1, 2, 3, 4.
What's going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets. We're checking back in. We have our RBC Canadian Open breakdown. As you guys can see, it is only me today. We'll zoom out of this actually. Still working on the home office here. Got nothing behind me. I was going to go virtual background. I ended up saying screw it. But my guy Teaser could not make it on the show this evening, so I'll break it down myself. As you can see, repping Boston tonight. I have the game on, or the countdown on behind me, or in front of me as I'm watching it. So we can go over anything with the NBA Finals as well. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Over props, anything like that, I can actually go over some of that as well. This will be a little shorter stream, probably about 10 minutes or so. 10, 15 minutes we'll run through what I'm looking at the RBC Canadian Open, who I got for my outrights, my top 20s, top 40 as well, and some DFS plays if you guys are looking for them. So let me know who you guys are on this for the RBC Open this week. Ready to get after it. We have a lot of chaos in the golf world right now with the live golf. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. I'll go into it a little bit later on, but I really want to hear it from you guys. So let me know in the comments what do you guys think? Smart decision, bad decision, no brainer. What do you guys think about DJ, Bryson, Phil, Patrick Reed? Looks like Brooks Koepka as well. So there's a lot of noise going on currently in the golf world besides this. So maybe take advantage of some chaos. So Teaser would normally break down the course, but I'm going to go ahead and get that going. So it's at the St. George Golf and Country Club out in Toronto. So a lot of people are going to be, Canadian. This is like the Canadian Open. So a lot of guys are going to be focusing on the Canadians winning this one, want to win it for their home country. So I do not blame them there. Length about 7,000. It's a shorter course. Distance off the tee is not very important, I would say. Yeah, usually these bombers can get away with some stuff here. You got to be a little bit more accurate. And then the greens are bent grass again. So, the Corey Connors of the world, as I'll explain here, why I'm on him as well. I do like the fact that there's bent grass greens. And the winning score is usually going to be, I think, between minus 13 to minus 18. So very high scoring. If you're going to do DFS lineups, you're going to make sure you get 6 out of 6. If you don't get 6 out of 6, you got to nail the top 5. Literally nail the top 5. So there's going to be a lot of scoring. A little bit about the course. There's 5 par 3s, and there's, I think, 4 that are over or close, or 3 that are over like 215 or so, depending on where the tee box is at. So there are some long par 3s, so that's another stat we will look into. But this is also a redesigned course. You do not have much course history to go off of. No one has played at this course in about 10 years or so. So really, really tough, kind of chaotic week. A lot of people in the DFS community are probably going to build stars and scrubs lineups. As you guys can see, if you guys have dove into any ownerships, you definitely have, it's a top-heavy tournament. You got Thomas, you got Rory, you got Scheffler, you got, a couple other guys up there that are going to be heavily owned, and those are going to be the guys that you want to put, as staples in your lineup. However, I think the way to get different is to go a little bit more of a balanced build. And look for guys who gain strokes on approach. Like I said, it's a short course, accuracy off the tee, and then hitting those greens. Obviously, you can't predict putting, so putting is a big variance. But you guys can fade like a Morikawa or someone is out the horse is so dang iffy with those as well. But like I said, 160 to 200 approach with those par threes is going to be crucial as well. So I really am focusing on those guys with good iron play. So that leads me into my outrights, which I will throw on the banner here. Let's see. Let me know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the Live Open, the Live Club. I don't know what they even know what the hell it's called. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Really want to do so. Hit those comments. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. And if you're on Twitter, I appreciate you guys stopping in. So we'll be here about 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 more minutes. If you guys have any questions over my card, over anything regarding the Live tournaments, Live Club, or if you have any comments or props that you're looking at tonight for the NBA game, let me know. We have the finals, game 3, going to be huge. Okay. All right, so I'll throw my outrights down there. So I'm going to go back to the well. We're going to go to Cam Smith. He scares me with his putter. Okay, he scares me with the putter. He's not the greatest against par threes. This is just mainly a gut feel play here. I was on him last week. He was leading through 54 holes. I felt very confident. Or not 54, 36 holes, and then was down big after round 3, and he had no chance to come back with a horrible Sunday. But I'm going to go back to the well here with Cam Smith. Just more of a gut play than anything. Doesn't really rank very well. He's 18th in the model. Fairways hit, eagles, and par threes are a little bit in the red here. However, what I do like about this course is that it is short. His driver is it's his big question mark. So maybe he puts that away this weekend and doesn't hit it as much, hits a little bit more fairways, and gets his game rolling. So that's where I'm pushing that narrative this week with Cameron Smith. And then the guy, I think, if you're doing a one and done, if you have not used him yet, I really like Tyrell Hatton this week. I've known him a couple times. He kind of finishes top 40-ish, top 20-ish, but I really like the way he's progressing. And let me see how he's done the last several times. If I throw Hatton in here. I mean, he's steady as can be. Last 4 out, 52nd, 26th, 37th, and then he got 13th at the PGA Championship. So really coming in form. The guys that, it's a week before the U.S. Open, which, if you guys are just tuning in, we do have a big guest for next week. Teaser will be here, and we'll announce who we have next week. But we are very excited to have this guest on the show. So she's new, and I kind of give it away there with a she, but she is new to the golf Twitter, and she's absolutely killing it. So we are excited to have her on. You will see next week when we announce that. But if you guys have anybody that you guys want to see on the show, leave a comment, DM me. I'll end up trying to get them on the show, but I really want to expand the guests that show up on here. Then as we lead right into football season, we're going to have tons of guests for football, because I know everybody wants to get going football season. So this is a nice way to transition into that. So yeah, Smith, then I got Hatton, and then who I said before, we got Corey Connors going as an outright. He is a guy, man, he's either hot or cold. I'm usually on him when he does well, so I really like the fact that on the Masters I was on him, he got 6th. Heritage, he was 12th. Wells Fargo, 21st. Missed the cut at the PGA. At the Memorial Tournament, he got 13th. So I'm rolling right back on the well here and going with Corey Connors. And then to end that, Adam Hadwin, definitely like the way his game has progressed here recently. The Canadian narrative doesn't hurt here. Let's see what he's been doing lately. 9,300 on DFS. He's projected to be, about 16% on. So a lot of people are going to him. I do like the way his game has progressed. Like I said earlier, PGA Championship 71st, Memorial Tournament 18th. So definitely trending in the right direction. But he comes with ownership. So if you're going to do DFS, he's probably more of not like a low risk, kind of like a cash contest if you're going to do anything like that. So I got Smith, Hatton, Connors, and Hadwin. Those are my 4 outrights here. So let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Anything about the finals? Love to hear from you guys. We'll go right into the top 20. I only got 2 for the top 20. Top 20 is not much of a value. If you're on DraftKings, where I was looking at some odds earlier, you got majority of the people that are going to be up there, all like minus 150, minus 200. Then you get that plus 110-ish area where I kind of like to go. But then you got like plus 400s and plus 300s and stuff. Those guys, I could see them going up there. I just didn't want to place any bets. They're going to be a part of my player pool. Guys like Mackenzie Hughes, Brendan Todd, Vegas, Kirk. Those guys there, I'll have them in DFS, but I'm not going to have them any bets. But my top 20, we will go Tony Finau. A lot of people have him as outrights. I like the value here at plus 110 to go top 20. And then I'm double dipping just like I did last week. I did it with Max Homa. Last week at the Memorial. He did not win. I think he got top 5 though, so I ended up going top 20. That way, have the best of both worlds there if he ends up winning. But I'm double dipping on Adam Hadwin at plus 150 for top 20. A play that I usually don't play that you can go instead of going Corey Connors at for an outright, you can also go for him at top 10. I do like him enough this week to go to warrant a top 10, but I'm going to end up going a little bit more risky with him. Only 0.2 units on my outrights. These top 20s, I'm going to go 1 unit. And if you went Corey Connors with the top 10, I think it's at plus 200. You can go a half unit there. That's what I would do. So this will go straight into the top 40. Top 40 here, we got a lot of value. There's a lot of, not sleepers this week, but guys that I think can creep up with all the chaos, with a lot of people not paying too much attention to this tournament this week. Couple guys that stand out. Brendan Todd, he is at plus 100. I'm going to go full unit there. Really like his game. He's recently done, let's see. He tends to play fairly well. So he got 3rd in the Charles Schwab. Missed cut before that. We got 3rd in the Charles Schwab. So really like the fact he's in the field here. And his iron game and short game definitely suit well. So I like him top 40. I've seen people take it outright. And he ranks pretty well in Fantasy Labs model, in Occupy's model. A lot of guys, he's popping in the industry fairly decently. Next guy, David Lipsky. I think I'm saying that name right. David Lipsky. He comes with ownership as well. He's another guy that a lot of people are on this week. I do like the top 40. He's been sub 2% the last 3 weeks that he's played, and he's finished 25th, 48th, and 37th at the Nelson, Schwab, and Memorial. So recent form is great. Should end up playing pretty decently this weekend. I like him to cash a top 40 in a fairly weak field, I would say. Like I said, it's top heavy. So those guys on the back end that maybe aren't getting too much attention can sneak into that top 40 as well. And then I'm going to go with another Canadian here, and I'm going to go Adam Svensson. I've been on him a couple times this season. Luckily enough, when he's played well, so I think I was on him on the Valspar and the Heritage, where he did finish top 40s, but he's missed the cut after the Heritage twice, and then he's slowly came back in form here. He's got 69th at the Nelson, 48th at the Schwab, and 45th at the Memorial. So I do like the fact that I'm getting a guy better in recent form here. And the Canadian narrative once again. So I'm liking Svensson here, and so does the DFS community. I like to see where the ownership's going to tend where my my placements are as well, and they agree with me as well at 12%. The guy at 7,100, so he's going to be very, very popular. Nice little cash game adder there for you guys. So that's the card there with the outrights, with the top 20s, the top 40s. If you guys do have any questions, let me know. But like I said, I was going to keep this one short and sweet without my guy Teaser here. If you do guys have any additional questions before the night's over, join the free Discord. It's in my link tree on Twitter. Just hit that link. We got about close to 600 guys in there. We literally, toss together ideas, toss out parlays, toss out plays, left and right. So we're just all trying to help each other, gain a little bit more cash betting. So let us know if you have any questions. Like I said, we'll have a special guest next week on the dot here for the U.S. Open, but the RBC Canadian Open, my guy Teaser could not make it, but he should be back next week along with our special guest. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next.